What is up, guys? Tom here. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare beta video, where today I'm going to be talking about the RPR Evo SMG in the beta. Now, this submachine gun is, if you can compare it to any other gun in any Call of Duty, it would be the Ripper from Call of Duty Ghosts. It's one of the quite a few guns in Infinite Warfare that can toggle between two things. So with this gun, if you hold Y, it turns between an SMG with fast fire rate, low damage, and an AR with low fire rate, high damage. It switches between the two. Now, with Infinite Warfare, the maps are extremely kind of clustered, and they're very chaotic. Which means, you're kind of going to want a decent SMG to be in with kind of like get in with all the action and everything. However, there are some kind of really long lines of sight and some kind of annoying head glitches that people can get into. So obviously, if you're running around with the SMG, yes, in those close gunfights, you're going to be winning. You're going to be doing really well. As soon as you get to that long line of sight, or the really annoying head glitch that somebody's in, because of the recoil of your SMG, and because of the bad range it has, you're not going to win. This is where the RPR Evo comes in. You're getting towards that head glitch, boom, switch to AR mode, round the corner, you can get the guy, because it's got not too bad recoil, and it kills very quickly at kind of longer ranges. It doesn't take that many shots to kill. The same with the kind of the long line of sight. It'll probably beat most ARs at that range because of the slow fire rate and high damage. So guns like this that have a long range and a close range mode do work really well in Infinite Warfare because of the way the game is. The way it's so chaotic, you get into so many close quarters gunfights, but then you have these random kind of long range engagements. So yes, if you have an assault rifle with a fast fire rate and it's decent and close range, yes, you'll do pretty well, because obviously assault rifles mostly are decent at longer ranges. However, although you have to kind of change between the two, and you have to kind of go, okay, I'm going to change for this, and go here with this mode and here with this mode, you can sometimes get it wrong for which mode you want to be in. Obviously, with like a kind of assault rifle is decent at close range, you don't kind of have this kind of problem. You can adjust, you don't have to switch it, so you can just keep going. You don't have to think about this. Yes, you won't win as many close quarters gunfights, but it's easier to use the AR. But if you kind of get this decision right and you learn the maps and go like, okay, I know that this bit, it's near the spawn, there's lots of people here, but it's not very long line of sight, so I'll turn into SMG mode. Okay, I'm coming around here, long line of sight, to switch to AR mode. If you get that right, it's a lot more deadly than any AR or SMG in the game, which makes it probably one of the best SMGs in the game. Like, the SMG mode is pretty amazing. It is definitely one of the best SMGs in that mode. And the AR mode is also pretty decent. I would say there are ARs that are better than the RPR Evo's AR mode, but it is still decent and it can compete, especially if they're not expecting you to kind of like pull out that AR type mode and kind of, get those longer range kills. So guns like this do work very well in Infinite Warfare. Now there is another gun similar to this, which I am going to be covering in another video, which I suppose quite a lot of you already know. It's one of the ones where it's got like long range capability. Then you can switch it into the more close range. So guns like this do work really well in Infinite Warfare, as I said. Now, at the start of the video, I did say that it can be most compared with the Ripper from Ghosts. Now, obviously, in Infinite Warfare, there are gun variants which you can unlock through getting salvage, and they're like buying the variants tier by tier. So you go, okay, you're going to get the common one, then you can get the rare one, then you can get the legendary one, then you can get the epic one. Now, the RPR Evo's variants, they're all just basic variants. You got the just like lower recoil, more ammo in the mag, like higher damage, whatever, until you get to the epic variant. The epic variant, rather than being the RPR Evo Mauler or something, the RPR Evo Fallout, I think that's the MV4 variant, but rather than being that, it's just the Ripper. It's not the RPR Evo Ripper, it's just the Ripper. The gun changes into a Ripper. It's the picture of the Ripper is exactly the same. The epic variant of this gun is the Ripper from Call of Duty Ghosts. Exactly the same. I said this gun is like the Ripper. The epic variant is the Ripper, which is pretty cool. That they've kind of brought that gun back and made it into a variant. Now, there are a few other guns similar to this, which kind of, when you get to the epic variant, they kind of change completely into different kind of guns. This is an example of it, and it is, if I'm honest, it's pretty cool, and I can't wait when the game finally comes out, because as I'm making this, it's the last day of the Infinite Warfare beta, and I don't stand a chance of getting this Ripper variant. But hopefully when the game comes out, I'm going to be able to grind and get this variant. So, that is going to be the end of the video here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. And I hope this is kind of like showed you that these guns, obviously the gameplay in the background is pretty good. You're probably not going to be able to see all of it, but in the end I do end up getting like a 2.26 KD or something, going 30, 36 and 30, something along those lines. So I do end up doing pretty well, which just shows this is one of the smallest maps in the game. The SMG mode works really well, and then the AR mode down the centre, the long line of sight. Pull that out, and it also works very, very well. But I've been Tom, and I will see you all in the next one.